Okay, so to install the rack and fender kit on your LX, first we'll get everything out of the box. Inside the box you'll find your rack bag, rear fender, front and rear fender stays, and your rear rack. The hardware needed for the installation will be found inside the bag, so just open up the left side pocket and you'll find the bag with the hardware. In the hardware kit, you'll have 2 circle clamps, the fender's bracket, 2 M6 bolts, 2 M5 bolts, a couple of pre-assembled bolts, some different lengths, and a bunch of spacers and washers. These washers, you want to assemble them on each bolt with a lock washer and a flat washer. And first we'll install the reflector on the rear rack. You want to just take the 2 bolts with the reflector, screw them on the back to the mount, tighten them up. We'll want to install the rear fender to the rear rack. Want to make sure you get the front end of the fender and the front end of the rack. You'll want to use one of the pre-assembled M5 bolts. This is the smaller of the M5 bolts. You'll want to grab that bolt, slide it in through the rack, through the fender, and then attach your washer and nut. Tighten those down. Okay, next we'll install the fender stay. You want to take your fender stay bracket, place the stay on top of the fender, and install the bracket. You want to take the clip on the underside, line it up, and install the 2 screws. Tighten those up. Okay, now we can install the rear rack on the rear tire. We're going to want to line up the front with the eyelet on the frame. You want to line up your fender and rack with the eyelet and install an M6 bolt. Tighten that down. Now to install the rack to the frame, you want to take an M6 bolt, line up the rack with the eyelet, and install the bolt. Tighten that down. And to install the fender stay, you want to take an M5 bolt and tighten that down. Do the same to the other side. To install the front fender, you want to do the same thing to the rear. Install the stay with the stay bracket and place the fender on the tire. Want to take the long pre-assembled M5 bolt and run it through the hole on the fork. You want to install the black spacer that came with it, install your front headlight, then the fender, and lastly your washer and nut. Snug those down. To install the stay to the fork, you want to take your circle clamp, place it around the fork, place the fender stay between the circle clamp, and insert the longer pre-assembled M5 bolt. Place the nut on the back side and do the same to the other side. Now you can adjust the circle clamp lower or higher to adjust the clearance of the fender. So make sure your fender clears all around the tire, adjust as you need, and then tighten down the clamps. Tighten down the top bolt. To install the bag on the rack, first you'll want to place the clip down, insert the front clip on the rack, and close the clip. And you're all set. Thanks for watching.